Now a look at Operation Hadinkai. In the last 2 weeks, the land component with the support of the air component of Operation Hadinkai conducted offensive operations at different locations in the theater such as Ukba, Kamziro, Sabil Huda, Bamasa, Uraha Crossing Point, Mbalala, Gamboruta in Borno State. Notable among these exploits of own troops was the capture of a terrorist stronghold of Ukba, otherwise known as Camp Zero in the Sambisa forest, where some artillery guns, armored personnel carriers, large cache of arms and ammunition were captured. Also, own troops destroyed terrorist enclaves, captured some equipment, destroyed improvised explosive making factory within the terrorist enclaves. Furthermore, own troops rescued kidnapped civilians and arrested terrorist spies and their logistics suppliers. Furthermore, the air component between 21st to 31st March, I beg your pardon, after several days of surveillance of enemy terrorist activities at Bukameram, 2 kilometers south of Kolaram, conducted air interdictions, which took a heavy stockpile of Islamic State of West African Province terrorist weapons depot. Cumulatively, in the last 2 weeks, troops recovered a battle tank, 5 artillery guns, 3 anti-aircraft guns, among others. Items were recovered, which you will get in the release later. Again, a notable high-profile commander of the terrorists surrendered to own troops by name Saleh Mustafa Ibn Katir. He surrendered to own troops at Bama. He was the Qaid of Garim Baaba in the terrorist enclaves. While the terrorists continued to surrender in their droves, as at 5th April, a total of 51,114 Boko Haram terrorists and their families surrendered to own troops, comprising of 11,398 men, 15,381 women, 24,335 children. This is as at April 5, 2022. Accordingly, all surrendered terrorists have been documented, while the arrested ones and rescued civilians have been handed over to appropriate authorities. Now we look at Operation Thunder Strike. Within the period under review, the troops recorded some modest successes as the air component on 30th March conducted airstrikes upon receiving credible intelligence about movement of some terrorists towards Akilibu and Serikin Power Road at Mangoro village between Kaduna and Niger State. The air component intercepted and neutralized scores of terrorists. Accordingly, 34 terrorists were neutralized, while 14 locally fabricated guns and 17 motorcycles which they used were recovered. All the recovered items have also been handed over to appropriate authorities. Also, on 31st March 2022, a large concentration of terrorists were sighted at Kusasu village after deliberate air surveillance and air interdiction was carried out. No fewer than 33 terrorists were neutralized, according to eyewitnesses on the ground. Now we'll take a little shift from the operations and let us see some milestone achievement by the Nigerian Navy in the last 2 weeks. On 23rd March, the Nigerian Navy recorded a milestone in indigenous systematic survey and charting of our offshore waters. The commencement of indigenous survey, which is necessary to support the federal government economic diversification initiative through maritime security, maritime trade and transport. The beginning of this indigenous surveying and charting will also lead to safety on our waters and boost confidence of mariners. With this achievement, Nigeria has joined the elite group of chart-producing nations in the world. Before now, Nigeria sourced its charts from Europe, and prior to this, all the navigational survey and charts was surveyed and charted by United Kingdom Hydrographic Office. Some of them dates back to 1938. Furthermore, Nigerian Navy took delivery of a new ship, NNS Nigerian naval ship Kada. The change of flag was carried out at United Arab Emirates by the Minister of Defense and the Chief of Naval Staff. The ship is built to stop over in 5 different countries for a flag show before it berths in Nigerian waters.